I remember this. Very nostalgic.
I feel like it's a pretty cool intro. I don't know. Like, whatever you want to call this. Pre-intro. Like, there are always things you want to, like, desperately skip when you start up a game. Whereas this, I'm always like, this is pretty cool.
I'm fine with calling it an intro.
Okay. So here we are. Back again. 10 years later for our faithful viewers.
Do you think it's actually 10 years? I don't.
Yeah, like it was not 10 full years, but it was January 2012. So.
No.
Yeah.
It feels more like 8 years.
Time flies. I watched a little bit, so I know that you quite like this intro. And I'll respect you and let you listen to it.
That it is the hubris
Without
of
interruption.
men which brought the darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation.
Do you have the DLCs?
Yep. I was going to say, later on we go on this bridge, and I think it's kind of cool to notice that, but yeah, I have, like, before you said you hadn't done the DLC when you started, and I'm like, I have also not done at least one of them, I know.
I beat all the DLCs.
No, but like when you first did your playthrough, you hadn't done like some of them.
Sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevailed.
Guy was running just looks like a generic Alistair.
I know. Like, watching this game, I'm like, it's still like a pretty nice looking game, but some of the character models are just so clearly like better by BioWare games now.
Yeah, I have huge standards for character creation.
Yeah. Just the overall scenery, I think,
It has
is pretty
been
nice in
4
this game still.
centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched.
I do
and
feel the
waited
sub
for the
battles are
darkspawn
like
to return.
unnecessarily small.
But those
Yeah.
who once called
I
us
debated like
heroes
turning them off
have
because
forgotten.
they're like 8% of the screen, which is
We are few now.
like a lot of times
And our
like the
warnings
bottom
have been
text as well,
ignored for
which
too
we
long.
won't see for a bit, but like when I'm making dialogue choices, I just won't even notice that it popped up.
Yeah. But could they keep it in for our hard of hearing viewers?
Yeah, that's because they're default not on,
Be
but
too late.
I was like, yeah.
For I have seen
People will
with
probably
my own
care
eyes
what's
what
happening
lies on
in the plot
horizon.
and not just what we're saying.
Yeah. Well, probably easy for us because we're
Help us all.
probably just a few feet from the screen, but
Yeah, for those enjoying it on their home theater,
yeah.
they might be struggling.
This was you did this on PC, right? Oh,
Yep.
there's the cursor. Yeah, you
So-
don't get that mobility on a console.
Yeah, you would be struggling just pressing X.
Is it counts? No, it's console. Sorry.
What?
I said council, like
Oh,
like a group of
Yeah.
people debating something.
Greetings.
Oh,
so I'll be going
Yeah,
as a
we're-
Dwarf Commoner.
Yeah, we went pretty fast through that.
Yeah, I already I've made my guy a few times, so I will be fairly quick with deciding because I already kind of know all the sliders and stuff.
It's a very easy one to memorize. Not sure about this one though.
Yeah, I was like, I just had to make sure I picked like the darkest one. I like how my guy looks. Like, unfortunately, like this is trying to be like a Jop character, and I always make him like hulking and massive, and there's not really a good version of that in this game. So being a 4-foot man is the next best thing for me.
Yeah. You'll be a giant among little people.
Yeah.
Is that the name you're going with? Farron
Yup.
Broska?
Well, Broska I have to, but yeah.
Oh,
You can call me Pup though if you like.
no, that's reserved for Nathaniel. What's their last name?
Kuzland.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, start with a big nose and scale it down a little.
Do you think his nose is big enough where people make fun of him?
I don't know. Like, I feel like it looks like a normal nose, how I finished with it at least. But, like, it is definitely just a massive nose.
I think it could protrude more out of the face, like be more pointed.
Yeah.
Oh, ugh, ugly.
Yeah, I wasted my time here because I was like, oh, I should, like, edit his jaw a bit. But then once you switch to the beard, it's just one standard jaw you have to have. So
Yeah.
all of this is a waste of time. But it's nice to know what Jop would have looked like were he clean shaven.
Yeah, who's to say he won't shave his beard midway through the game?
Yeah, maybe it's a plot point where he loses his beard.
No?
I could see it like being a pivotal moment in a dwarf's life where like it's the ultimate dishonor.
Yeah. Like losing a scrimmage.
Yeah.
Is this the one where you go in the deep roads
No.
and then you meet the king guy?
Nope. This is we're working as like a henchman and whatever. I'm sure it'll all come rushing back to you soon enough.
Yeah, because I definitely did 2 complete playthroughs with as one as a dwarf and one as an elf. But
Yeah.
then there's a couple more where I didn't do the full playthrough. I just quickly did the story.
Yeah.
Like, not story, the origin story.
I thought about like going through all the origin stories, but I'm like, this will just be Jop.
Proud of that decision.
I also did the playthrough like the same origin as a female just to see what kind of differences there would be, but I'm like, there's not that many differences for how much extra time this is going to be, so
Charmed, I'm sure.
I picked the suave voice, even though Jop is nothing but the opposite of suave, but it's just like the deepest kind of voice.
Yeah, are they all going into strength here? Oh.
It's the only way to do it as a warrior in this game.
Well, could have some in Constitution. Stealing?
I was thinking, I was like, can I like open treasure boxes with stealing? But no, it's just like looting guys. I will be adding some cunning to my character just for coercion, but I won't like strictly try to coerce people through things because
No.
Chop, that's just not really his personality.
So you're gonna do sword and shield?
Yeah. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with Alistair because he's mostly useless if he's like just 2 tanks.
No, I always feel you should have 1 rogue and either 2 mages or 2 tanks.
Yeah, I just might try to make him like a
Deep
2-handed
beneath the
warrior or something.
Frostback Mountains
Yeah, definitely.
sits Orzammar,
You can also have
largest and proudest of the
1
two
mage who
remaining
focuses
dwarven
more on
cities.
healing and defense,
Once the
another one
seat of an
focuses more
underground
on
empire,
offensive spells.
Orzammar now stands
Yeah,
alone.
and with Alistair, he's also like a Templar, so I'm like, I don't
The
remember if I
dark
can just
spot
give him healing
still
magic or
clinging
not.
to the memory of its former glory.
Yeah.
Below
I don't
the
remember
vast
either, but that's a
statues
good
and
point.
gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are castless.
You, Jop.
A dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect
Did you name your
society.
character?
Forced
Yeah.
along
It's
with your
just with
sister,
a keyboard,
to
it's
sell
very
your
quick and subtle.
services
So
to the crime lord Barat.
not a big ass screen where you
rest
got to
of
go
Orzammar,
through each letter.
You are proof that the casters
You're
deserve
really
their
resenting
fate. But you know
console
you do
players.
what you have to. The same as
1080p wouldn't get that on
Just to
console,
survive.
that's for sure.
Maybe on the PS5.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look. Something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. Can we not do this in front of my brother?
Why not? He knows a slow
I
boat
don't
man,
care.
don't you, boy?
In your playthrough, you're saying, like, you know, you just try to respond how you would actually. Whereas with the job, I'm just going to say either the most clueless thing or just, like, keep asking questions. Like, constantly never really understanding what's going on.
Age down to here, gold cap teeth.
Yeah, just
She can recite elf poetry.
completely diverting from the main
Every
topic.
man's dream.
Yeah.
All she's gotta
Or
do
asking
is
questions
find
about
a
points
word,
that aren't
squeeze out
relevant
some
at all.
kid
Yeah.
like him.
We gotta go.
Oh,
Who's this guy?
living the easy life in the diamond quarter.
Please don't get involved. You know
I
that
got
never
stabbed with a
goes well.
sword. Why not an axe?
I'll treat her
What
however
color was
I
the
like,
sword?
As long as
Yeah.
you both eat off my plate. You keep your
Why are
head
you
down
bleeding?
and say,
Well,
"Ah,
the sword,
any
like I
job
mentioned.
I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brat. Then you both go free. And I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life. Checking on my investments, and right now, they don't bear much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
I noticed she has, like, orangutan
I have.
arms.
I've met someone.
Just envious.
That is, I didn't want to promise, but he
No,
seemed
I
interested.
feel all dwarves do. Just since these guys have armor on, so that's not as much.
Yeah.
It's
Her
nothing
shoulders are
but
just
a-
revealed,
but
so you see, like,
He said he wanted to see me again.
how long.
Excuse me
She
if
could
I
just
don't
crawl
start
like an
needing
ape.
booties. Until I do, you're the one who's going to keep paying her debts with your service to the Carta. Good guess. Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today.
I ever tell you how I like to use that,
This job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know
that,
you don't have anywhere else to turn.
you know, he uses his fist and like point it over his shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You
I
like
had to
that
say
animation?
It's not that I like it, I just feel it's
You know
used
how
a lot
desperate
in
the
Dragon
nobles are
Age,
for more
so I
children.
try to use it in real
We
life when I
barely field
can,
enough soldiers to hold the walls
even
against
if,
the Darkspawn.
when it's not
If I could
entirely relevant.
give one
Yeah.
of them a son.
Gesture.
No, I was rewatching, like I said, episode 1, and you mentioned
all be
that
raised
back
up to
10
noble
years ago,
castes.
too. You're just like, I like that animation.
It's what Barat's betting on. That's why he
Just
paid for my clothes.
Still the same you.
voice lessons.
Yeah.
He wants to share the reward. Yes. That is, I hope. He certainly seems charming. He treats me like a real lady, not just someone to tumble and forget. I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong.
Is he over there, like
Just
points
seems
over his
too
shoulder?
mad to think he's one of the most important men in Orzammar with
Well, I better get going.
someone like me.
In that direction.
Yeah. Just the wall.
Will be the death of me. 100 buttons on each sleeve. And Lesky's probably already.
But yeah,
outside
like this,
waiting.
where she's like, oh, we better get going. And then I just have like 5 more questions. I'm not at all like, okay, getting the
I know
hint.
the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface.
And everyone just kind
No.
of goes along with it because
Unless you find a
yup.
way to save us all
It's a
from
bit simple.
Darkspawn and become a
Yeah.
paragon. Or
It's a very
put on
blank
Barat's
look.
leash for life.
What's that?
A very blank look.
Yeah.
It's sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers
She's
are more
turning her
danger to each
back
other
to
than to
you.
Darkseid. That it's an insult to the smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't
What's
wish
over
to
there,
insult the
sister?
warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead
Yeah.
an army just
Let
as well.
me look with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wall.
Every year, more of the beasts come up from the deep roads. I've heard they've even been harrying the surface. Aye. They would even turn to humans for aid before us, it seems. There's been talk of an alliance against the Darkspawn. Even that the Grey Wardens have stepped up. But we don't have time for this now. Lesky must be waiting, and Barat won't like it if I'm late for my appointment.
It's not fair.
Money gives him power. He's got
I know,
family on
brother,
the
but
surface,
we have
which
to go.
means he can smuggle up lyrium and smith crafts, and bring down silks, wines, and furs. And he played it smart. When he started expanding, he made sure it was only the casteless he shook down for protection, so the guardsmen didn't care. Don't underestimate him. Barat has thugs who
Do you
kill
like
their
how
own
you're
mothers
dueling
just to work for
two
him.
weapons right now?
No, that won't be.
As far as the nobles are concerned,
Won't be how
he
I
still
play.
stinks of Dust Town. He's
Yeah,
got
but
money
it makes me
now,
like that was your
but you
that's
can't
been your
buy
whole
caste,
upbringing.
Yeah.
No noblewoman would risk a dalliance with him.
I've
His only chance to
been
join a
debating
noble
what
family
kind of
is to
primary
claim
weapon I
kinship
want,
with
because I don't want to
concubine
just
who
be like
bears
the
the
best weapon. I
noble's
want to
son.
just stick to like just a
And that's
mace
what
or
he
just a
wants
sword. I
lately.
think a mace is what I'm gonna
Don't
do.
you?
It seems like the most dwarven
Imagine
kind of
what it
thing.
would be like
A
not to
mace?
have people look at
Yeah,
us
like
we're
club
super sludge.
kind of thing.
To think our lives
Oh,
are
I feel the
worth
most
something.
dwarven thing is like an axe.
Well, yeah, I don't know if there's a.
It wouldn't be the first
I guess there's
time.
literally one on my back,
Garrel on
but
the Blood Risen was born
I was just
casteless, you
thinking
know, before he went to the
one-handed
surface.
axes. I don't know if
And
there's
he
any.
came back
How
and
good
won
they
the
are.
throne. Many paragons have humble origins.
We'll see.
All that matters is that the assembly recognizes their achievements. And once they get that vote, they found their own house and are as noble as if the ancestors themselves had made
Use
it
out
so.
of it.
Yeah, you lost me.
So what are you standing around here for? Go do something great. Oh, don't pay attention to her. She's just a bitter old drunk. She also said you'd never learn to walk or stop dumping in the bed. Make something of yourself just to spite her.
And you've done one of those things.
You're at least half decent at walking.
Maybe you will. But until then, we can only serve as Barat demands. And he won't like it if either of us is late. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
What I love about having warriors in my party is that they're very easy to level up without thinking too hard. Just dump it all in either strength or constitution. And just get
Yeah.
defensive abilities.
And it's kind of a little boring because there's plus myself. There's 3 other warriors, I think, and basically all of them you just dump everything into strength until they're like at least mid-30s strength, and then you got to actually think about how you level them up.
Talk to me like I'm an idiot. You think I don't know my own kid? What are you doing here anyway? Rika said you were finally making something useful of yourself.
It's
What?
I kind of want to limit
You
Job
got
to
a
not
seat on the
talking about
assembly.
negative subjects.
Do what you're good for.
So it was a bit
Get
tough
your
to talk
head
to my
in the
mother because
smoke.
all she is negative.
Your father was like that too.
Yeah, she doesn't look like a great lady.
Yeah.
You can try, but you'll never get it off you. Dust Town.
But I
It's
feel we
six
won't
in
see
the
too much
skin.
of her.
You don't bleed red enough. for
You never
me.
know, man.
Nothing's gonna change that. All you can do is find some way to forget.
I know.
What is it? I'm kind of in a hurry.
For God's sake, brother.
You've been standing here for like 4 minutes.
She comes and goes.
Yeah.
I think the moss wines finally rotted her brains.
I just wanted to see if she'd say anything more with the mother, and she does, which is nice.
When your father was still here, you were a baby, and I remember they used to talk.
Downloaded
about
a
what it would
few
be like if
mods,
they could
just
bond in
like
marriage.
aesthetic stuff,
Mother used to smile.
Yeah.
and
She used to wear a necklace. he
I don't know
made
how
with
well you'll
polished
remember
slate.
people's faces, but the sister here definitely got her face changed a bit.
I think he went to the surface.
No.
I
No.
remember
Feel
them
like
fighting about it. He
wouldn't
wanted to
have
try his
played
luck
this
among the
one very
humans.
much.
She didn't want to risk
Yeah,
it. The next day, he
because
moved out,
Ruby played a
and the
bit,
wine
and
moved
she made a
in.
human noble,
But this is too
and I
late to
noticed
talk about now.
Arl
Can you
Howe,
think of
if you know who
anything
that
else?
is by name.
Yep.
He looks, I thought, quite different.
The soldiers who guard the deep roads bring
Not
mixed
like
tales.
way different, but it's just like I
Perhaps
think you would have
Orzammar
noticed.
died down, but the breeding sites are bigger than ever. The Shapers say it follows a historical pattern. When the Darkspawn pull back, it's usually to mount an assault on the surface.
But yeah, some of the mods I did were
Like a dwarf who was chewed and swallowed.
like
by
all the
some great
companions
beast,
kind of look different,
spat into
except
a pool of
Alistair for some
acid.
reason they didn't
I
have
saw
one
the
for.
corpse of one
Oh.
cursed tree and slew
And
him.
then
He's
I couldn't
already
sleep for
great.
days.
yeah, he's already perfect, I guess.
The nobles say they once
And then,
covered the entire empire.
The other mods said like
It's been a
every
long
single
time since
character
there
has
were
changed, though
anything
some
but
I
a
really
buffer
don't
zone
notice
against
any
the Darkspawn.
difference. But I trust them, I guess.
Whatever you like, as long as we finish the
And then there's
task, it takes
some-
me to fasten this
There's
slate.
like called like active city, so there's a bunch of like they'll just be kind of like walking around and doing stuff, the NPCs, instead of just standing in one spot doing nothing.
In camp?
They didn't want what we're offering.
No, just like
Believe me,
while you're
there'd be
walking
nobody
around.
doing it.
Oh.
And they showed some demos, like there was a dwarf
A
walking
lord's
around
son
drunk
was a
and he
girl
just
who
like
can
passes
show
out.
off.
So I'm
Brad
like, that
gets
seems
us
good.
fine clothes, make certain we know the right songs, the latest
And then one I
content,
wanted to add was
get some
you get to keep the dog as like a permanent party member. Like he's just like a summon pretty much, but he's still like interactable with, so you have like 5 companions the whole time.
Yeah.
But I read some comments and they said there were some bugs with it, so I didn't want to
boys
test it.
lost every year in the deep roads. Orzammar will only
But I
keep
think that'd be
shrinking.
nice to just
The noble lords
have
will
the
need to
extra
provide new
companion.
sword arms for their house.
Because it always seems kind of like a
Otherwise,
waste to
can't
just
do it
have the
alone.
dog.
Yeah.
After they tell everyone the
Especially
ancestors
because
cursed us
his
because
armor
we're
is not the best.
casteless.
Yeah.
No noble wants that said of his son's mother. If I give birth to a noble son, I'd become his concubine, an official member of his house as long as the child lives. My family comes with me to ensure I keep.
Do you know much about the setting that has been like kind of laid out here? Because I know we've been talking over it. It might not be easy to.
Icky, you
Yeah.
have to think of it yourself.
On the fourth part of
Well, you've seen more
the
of his bad
city,
side than I have.
she has a chance
Barat likes to call
to
himself a
give
provider.
birth
He says
to
he has the
a
contacts to get
son
almost everything into
by getting
or
a
out of
suitor, in
Orzammar.
which case they would become higher ranking.
Yeah, like they said,
I can't
or
stop
like
what he makes you do.
these people,
I never thought
castless,
my
which
little
we
brother
are,
would
they like
keep us
literally
up
aren't
being
even like
old
allowed to
infant
work. They're
debts.
just pretty
There are
much
no
bums
choices.
from birth
Mother
because
can't
they've
work,
been like disowned
and there's not
by
enough coin to be made sweeping
the
streets
dwarven
to
gods, pretty
live
much.
even in this pit.
So
Yeah.
You'll have to do what he asks.
they just have no place in society. But
Hope it's nothing
it,
unforgivable.
because of like the blight in general,
One
a lot of
us will find a better way.
dwarves, like these guys can't even be warriors. They're so like worthless to dwarven society.
And will you let me
Why are you
finish
carrying
that
around
address?
weapons?
Or
I
are you
know.
determined to talk right through my
But you know, their population is dying because they're trying to fight the darkspawn that are coming up, and so they're kind of desperate for children. So they're using
Make yourself
You know,
useful and pick me up another
women
bottle
just
while
to
you're
kind of
at it.
produce
Yeah, woman. Yeah.
offspring. And if you can produce a son, he becomes part of the family.
That
So-
that
Think I'd
approach.
have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl.
So yeah, our sister's basically just whoring herself out to nobles so that we can get
What
promoted
can I
to
say?
a class,
Money, no girls,
Yeah.
no place to call my own.
and we're just
I've been writing an epic poem
thugs
about it.
trying to make
Starts,
money.
Oh, you're really, really
I know
cursed to
dwarves
have no caste.
are very loyal to their
You
home,
noble
but
dwarves can
if I was
shove it
a
up your-
castless, I just leave.
But I couldn't think of a rhyme.
Yeah, we'll talk to a guy in just like a minute that says the same thing.
I'm not seeing Court Bard in your future either.
Sounds
I
like
guess we'll have to stick to playing the hands
Varric,
for
I
Barat.
think.
Fair?
Varric, yeah, from Dragon Age 2 and
Unless
3.
Rika picks
Yeah.
up a patron who fancies castless boys, this is pretty much it.
I think you're probably
Paul
right.
says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back.
Mentions a sister named like Bianca or
All
something.
he told me is find him.
Yeah.
Duster's got some family from the merchant caste.
Bianca was the
He's probably
crossbow.
staying
I
in
know.
the quarters.
I know
You
who
know, gold,
Bianca
lyrium,
is.
spices. Anything that Barat might cut someone's head off to get. Well, if he is skimming, we kill him, of course. I mean, Barat doesn't let anyone swindle him and live. Bringing his head on a plate is
He's got the same weapons as me.
Just this
We're not just
standard
killing him.
weapon set.
First we
for
take back
castless.
anything he stole and then
Yeah.
we kill him.
He's also
Come
wearing
on.
the exact same
Feel
outfit
bad
as me.
later.
Yeah, like that outfit doesn't
Whatever
even
lets you
seem
sleep
like
at night, my friend.
poor.
Yeah, it seems pretty nice, like leather work.
Yeah.
Hey there, Carter boy.
So, we are off to find a guy who has been
Spare silver?
stealing some lyrium, as it's called.
Don't you want to gather your party member?
He's following behind.
Oh, is he coming with you?
What's that?
He's coming with you?
Yeah,
Nice.
there he is.
Now who is the rightful king right now?
I don't know. Haramont? I don't know their names.
Is that Shepard?
Lesky, you
Yeah.
won't scam. What are you doing here?
It looks a little more
Trying
than
to charm
8
me
by
out of
8.
Another set of ribbons for your girl?
Trying to talk you into being my girl, Olinda. You know my heart's breaking for you.
Don't you go saying that around my husband. Who's your friend?
I'm Jock.
You're welcome to look around. I'll slide on the markup since you're Leski's friend, but I can't give anything away for free.
We don't have anything to actually talk to her about. But
Sorry, lover. Guess it's not meant to be.
Get out of here then, before
little
that
dialogue.
silver tongue gets you in real trouble.
see what a scamp Lesky is. This is the guy that I was talking about who doesn't understand the castless ways.
You can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come. My name is Edamaro.
Sorry. Do you
I come
mind?
down here
Who are
twice
you?
monthly with goods from the surface, which you'd know if you could afford any. Same as you. It's illegal for me to walk here without one. I'm from the surface, so by the law of assembly, I'm cashless. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use a washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day.
Wait, we're wet every day? What is he washing?
The little thing under his right eye, that cast
I mean, it doesn't seem too...
or brand, I should say.
You like being
Doesn't feel
denied
like
the
it
chance to
infringes
do a
that
job
much.
when you
Hey,
know
you
you
just
have
walked by
strength
the
and
camera.
skill?
I know.
You like having to beg?
Out of the way of the camera, sir.
Being cashless gives you a license to steal from those who do make an honest living. If you were on the surface, you could open a shop, claim land, and start a farm, and get legally married by the human chantry. Orzammar is the only place in the world that will treat you like this. Yet you all stay. I'll never understand it.
I want Job to like completely say something irrelevant. I like your shirt.
Yeah.
There is no
Why do you
caste
have
on
that
the
mark on your
surface.
face?
Every dwarf there is a foreigner.
I already explained
so we
it. What
all
do you mean?
help each other. It always
Bye.
seems sad to me that our homeland is the one place in this world where you're likely to be killed by a fellow dwarf. Now, unless you're gonna buy something, I need to unload and get home before the rain sets in. That's water from the sky, by the way. I hope you make better luck for yourself in the future.
I don't know if he was being like giving you good advice or if he was just being an asshole to you.
I think he's giving good advice. I think, like you're saying, like, why? I think a lot of dwarves are just afraid of the open sky and that they'll, like, not be dwarves anymore.
Yeah, I've heard that too. There's some superstition that they'll like fall.
Yeah, they'll just float into the sky because
Yeah.
there's nothing to, like, keep them from floating away.
Take a close look before you finish that sentence. You're sure you want to make us insist?
Oh, I didn't
Is that you?
who said
Yeah, I know.
You're still holding that pose too.
Right over there.
Like, I feel like Drop doesn't really get what he is, like a thug, but
Paid up
he
front,
just
though.
thinks Lesky's a good guy and follows his lead.
What's he done?
His lean over was actually like him inspecting like a bug on the counter, and the guy's like, "Whoa, okay."
Yeah,
Do what you
easy, big boy.
Try and keep it neat. I'm still paying for this space.
So we found Oscius. Now we'll have a little chat with him. I always find that sit down funny.
saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Oscius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name?
How do you know my name?
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him. I haven't. I wouldn't. I do have some lyrium ore. I have a little deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns.
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface.
When you reach
I
level
just picked
20,
up a
you'll
few
find
nuggies
25
down there.
sovereigns in like
If I
in
were
each
to
chest.
Maybe
Yeah.
give you a piece. That's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat?
I've already forgot what we're talking about.
That's the spirit, Amos.
No, I'll give it
Nice.
back.
Here's a
I'll
little
buy
something
more.
on the side for your
I'll give
troubles.
Barat double what he can make in a year. Triple. I swear. Just please don't kill me. surfacers pay
I feel
good
like in
coin for
situations
their
like this, I'm always just gonna let
mages
Jop
up
be
there.
easily
They use it
manipulated
for
by them.
spells,
Just be like,
Smiths use it
okay,
in enchanted
I won't
weapons.
kill you. You
I
said
just
please.
took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits. Not long. I mean, I'm not cheating him. I mean, this is my first time. Oh, please don't kill me. I've got a lot of lyrium. Maybe we could work something out. Share and share alike. I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore, sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say? It's his. Take it. Will you let me go now? Yes, yes. I'll go back up to the surface right now. I'll move to Orlais, to Antiva. Thank you. You're as noble as you are strong. May the ancestors bless your steps.
Where is he going in such a hurry?
Yeah. Oh, look at what he gave us.
Was that smart? If Barat finds out Oscaius ran, he'll kill you. He'll kill me. He'll make you kill me, then yourself. Then he'll probably stew us and serve us to the poor. We should bring Barat delirium as proof of what Oscaius was doing.
I thought this bartender might say something, but I'm pretty sure
They say the warrior cast.
care less.
What's your ability there? At one?
One is it's like one of the what is it? Rogue like dual wield swipe thing. It's just a default thing that dwarves start with, but I will never be using it.
Have you heard? King's got
Is
a team
parry
of
an ability in this game?
No. There I was debating on going back to talk to my sister to see if she'd say
No,
anything, but I was like,
signs
let's
of
not
pain,
waste
things
time.
like that.
Excellent call.
Yeah. No parry though.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
I like this merchant
Balin
just
has
sitting
some
down in the
tastes
back.
of
That was
his
one of the
own.
things
He
the mod
knows how
added.
to provide.
Just looks weird.
We'll finish this later.
Just taking a
Yeah.
break.
It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Oscaius? Some people are slow learners. You should have known. You don't lie to me. I can smell it. Did I make that clear? I thought I made that clear. Now, did you find out what I asked you for or not? That's all? I guess the Duster was smart enough to keep his main stash topside. And Oscaius himself?
Absolutely. Dead as a plate of chops, screaming for mercy, telling the ancestors to bless your name. Real dead.
Very interesting. Seeing how my cousin was at the tapsters this afternoon. And he says he saw something change hands between you and Oscaius. And then the Duster Sodding stood up and
I still don't
walked
see what
out
this
on his
merchant is.
own 2 feet.
What's that? Oh,
Does
he's
that
to the
sound
right, so
like
they might
what
not
I
show him
asked?
again.
Jarvia, what does that sound like to you?
Sounds like some jumped up face brands thought they could take a bribe and let him walk free. That's just not right.
The lady says it's not right.
I like this because, like,
You wouldn't
she's
disagree
right, but
with a
we also
lady.
didn't even take the bribe. We just gave it to him anyways, so...
Yeah.
Like, we just doubly fucked ourselves for no reason.
Do you really think that
Yeah.
right now's the time to get clever with me?
Depends on the lady.
The truth is, we caught your cousin with Oscaius. They were drinking together and laughing at you. He was telling him how because you were related, you'd never suspect him. We didn't want to take care of him right there, being how he's your blood, but I guess he hoped you'd kill us before we could tell you.
You know Goron's always been jealous of you. He might do it.
Find him for me, Jarvia. We'll see what he has to say about this story. I'm going to give you one more chance. One job. You split on this one, and you and your sweet sister are both out on the street.
I like to think Barat, which is like the main guy there, like he kind of likes Jop just because he's loyal and will do whatever, but
Oh, that's
he's also
touching.
extremely frustrated with how stupid he is a lot of the time.
I don't care. The warrior cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some gray warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing. Are you out of your big hollow skull? No
Are you listening to me?
How old are you? No.
Not to mention the conceit of the warrior cast.
I just want you to make
Like
certain
there, he's
the
like,
right man.
please jump. Just
There's a lot of coin to be made
pay
when
attention.
people get the fever up. Favored fighters and officers.
Who am I paying?
Veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Evaird's a long shot. Just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling.
Is this all
I've
based
got a lot of money riding
on the
it.
fact that
Mine and other people's.
they weren't lying
Expect to
about
see that
the
8
cousin?
to 1 pay off.
no, regardless of whether you kill him and just do exactly as he says, or you steal the money, you'll still have to do this mission.
Well, it just sounds like he said go get cousin, we'll see who's lying. But now he's already giving them a mission.
Yeah.
See who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight.
He says like just enough to take the edge off, but you'll like hardly notice. And I don't drug him coming up, but if you do, he's just like a complete mess. Like he's not even coherent talking. I'm like, it's definitely very noticeable.
Yeah, it's a very subtle drug.
Yeah.
How about you just put a drop of that?
Any more and it could kill him.
The fight only gets announced to contestants.
He dies like during their ring announcement, but they would still cheers on his opponent.
Just enough to. I'm not asking you to distill it. Just drop it into a basin. That's all you need to know.
There, I accidentally like clicked
He
the
should
same
have an
thing, so I skipped
alcove
the
for his
bit of
pre-fight
dialogue.
preparations. All the fighters are provided basins of water. If you're asking how to sneak in there, you're pretty much saying you're no good to me. He'll be in the fighters' quarters under the stands. It'll be in the big arena north of the commons. Normally
Good Lord,
casualties
boy.
are allowed on the grounds, but I got you a pass. It says you're there to clean up the waste trenches, not to watch the fights, so don't look conspicuous.
Okay, where is he again?
You bet you will. Here's
Who
your
am I
pass to
drugging?
get on the grounds. The proving starts
Minar.
when the clock strikes.
Dude,
And when I
I'm gonna
say
give
I
this
have
to
coin on
your
this,
companion.
I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life.
Like, Joff is just
If I
about to
don't
take a
see
sip.
Evaird's name on the winner sheet, you
This will
better
help me
make
win the
sure I
fight.
never
You're not
see
fighting,
you
and do not
or
drink
your
that.
sister ever again.
Feel that female there is just very silent for that whole like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's not the way to the heroine.
Yeah, I was thinking he would, Lesky would stop us, but. Or no, I remember what I was trying to do. I wanted to see if this one guy would say anything.
What's that bar underneath your name in the bottom left? It's like filled 3. It's like 3 out of I don't know 10.
That's just your experience to next level.
See.
What are you staring
Yeah.
at? It's one shot in
I like this guy's voice.
You want me to sing your praises? Ooh, you drive a hard bargain, soldier. You looking for someone to shine your shoes, clean your pots, keep you warm at night?
Let's just get out of here. This guy's a shaft rat. Hurt his legs in a mine. His wits too.
This'll be you someday. Soon as you start to wrinkle up and Barat's got no use for you. Don't think you got anywhere to go but here.
For our efforts, we lose 1 coin. Nothing else over here, other than maybe our sister and mom, but I don't think they'll say anything.
Does this game use a 3-point system?
Oh, what?
Like, is it just Like, is it gold, silver, and bronze?
Oh, 3 coin. Yeah, I think that's all there is. It takes so long to like finally get a gold coin in this game. Just seems like the rarest thing for the longest time.
Hey, now you'll get there eventually.
Yeah, with like DLC, you start off with some like really powerful weapons, but I'm gonna try not to use them and not just sell them. I'll just whatever keep them in my inventory for no reason. At least until later in the game.
Between bouts, see? He took a few too many kicks to the head as a training stand-in, you know.
He looks stupid enough.
Go on through then. But stay to the
Thank you, my boss gave them to me.
Yeah.
He's your boss.
Yeah. Do you know where Averd is? I'm supposed to drug him.
We'll say about PC is I like the loading time.
Yeah, that's a big like improvement.
I don't remember loading time for this when I was playing, but when I'm playing Kingdoms of Amular on PS4, which you know the PS3 game,
yeah,
it's like 12-second loading time between worlds.
Yeah, I feel like it's longer for Dragon Age Origins on the 360. Like it's like 20 seconds, where it's like 5 seconds here, which is still not super fast.
Has it changed, or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely?
My part of where we go with hello.
The intricacies of Dwarven society are still foreign to me. I meant no offense. My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you. And then you have certainly proved your
My
courage.
friend dared me.
Though I hope
Oh.
I'm not quite so fearsome as all that.
Guess you want me to
never
leave
turn
now.
down the chance to meet someone new. When we visit Orzammar, we tend to remain in the Diamond Quarter. You forget how much of the city you miss. The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here. And I hope you also
Kind of
find what you are
offensive.
looking for.
What's that?
It's a lot to ask for, but I hope to find it here amongst the dwarves.
I can't believe you talked to him. A Grey Warden.
I don't think he meant it in any sort of slight towards dwarves.
Good luck finding me amongst these midgets.
I think it just means it's hard to find anywhere, but if there is somewhere, it might be with the dwarves.
Sweetheart,
Sod it. He's stone drunk. He could draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Rot's gonna kill us if we slip up here. He's already jumpy enough after that stunt with Oscius. Hey, I just had an idea.
I wonder if you're gonna put that armor on behind you.
So, you've been rubbing my nose at how you're the
I was a little
meanest thing with
disappointed
blade,
here.
right? If Aird's armor is over there, and
Like he says that you're about the same size. So when I played with the female, I was like, oh, I wonder what he's gonna say. He's like, no, I'm still the same size as this man, apparently.
No, that's...
Right.
And how do you even get away with that as a
Don't
female?
put on that armor
Yeah.
until you're done. It's a little conspicuous, you know?
Oh, Amos doesn't really know what the plan is. He just... Why aren't you putting it on right now?
Because I'm supposed to drug my opponent's water first, but if I did it in the armor, he said it'd be a bit conspicuous. So I just try to walk past him.
what are you doing sneaking around here like that?
So if I pressed 1, I could easily convince him because I do have it, but some things I want
No
Job to
bother.
just fail at.
And don't let them tell you Minar isn't generous with his favors.
Instead he just says, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kind of want you to fight him fairly.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first fight in the game, so it's not going to be hard regardless.
Yeah.
We'll finish this.
Especially on easy mode.
Yeah.
No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight.
Did you
Don't
slip
forget
on
to
the
keep your
drugs?
helmet down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Barat's right. I hardly notice a difference. He seems completely fine, honestly. dwarves snore if you click them. It's a bit hard to hear.
Are you gonna take his weapons?
Yeah, I don't know if you have to wear his everything, but I assume you do, so. Here we
Yeah,
are.
okay, it covers your whole head.
Yeah.
Stone met, Averd. I believe it is time for your bout. May fortune favor your fight, Averd. Are you ready? As you say.
We are ready.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar. For our honored guests, the Grey Warden.
Even he seems kind of clueless.
Don't really get what's going on.
I appreciate the honor.
Yeah.
Think you'd wear a helmet if you're a big warrior like this? I feel your eyesight's like your best weapon.
Yeah, like in a duel like this where it's not to the death, I wouldn't, because I feel like it is a hindrance, but I don't know, in general I might.
So slow. I like the automatic combat in some of these games.
What's that?
I like the automatic combat in some of these games.
Yeah.
Because I think it just gives more chance for cinematic duels, like dodging, and instead of just like running, gunning.
Yeah, a lot of like skill-based games sometimes just kind of have like simplistic animations.
Son of Golden will fight last year's Journeyman Division champion.
I feel like this is kind of like a ridiculous tournament for my guy, because like you have to fight like the strongest guy first and then just continues to fight like 3 more dudes.
Yeah, no break.
Yeah.
Maybe you do get a break, it's just implied.
Yeah.
Like, there's other contestants. And
Yeah.
it's on like an hour later. Do you heal between matches?
Yeah, I'm fully healed, so nothing to worry about. This guy's using a taunt ability in a one-on-one fight.
Yeah. I was gonna make that joke, but he did use War Cry, which boosts his own abilities.
Yeah.
Whereas taunt boosts your abilities while drawing attention to yourself. I mean, I could be wrong. I know he definitely boosted his own abilities. That's not my name.
Yeah. Actually, my name is...
No. And embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Aver, son of Dalton, will fight Lenka, silent sister in training.
It's a lot like my sister.
What did you say?
She just has the same hairstyle as my sister and pretty similar hair color, so I feel like they kind of look similar.
Get her an armor and a sword.
Yeah. Get rid of that little cast.
And that blood is always so late.
I know. Pretty sure after this fight, like, I forget because I've done it a few times, but I think her body just continues to lay there. Kind of makes me laugh. Just find us a job. Haha!
Sword's actually tickling you.
Lenka went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Everd will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion of the ring against...
Where are those 2 men who said they were cleaning out the bodies?
Yeah.
Hey! That's my armor! Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred...
Wait, I know that man. That's Everd. Then what imposter did I fight?
Don't you want an answer?
Yeah. Well, I'm out of here.
Nay, this man has a Vaird's perfect likeness. If you would have me believe you, let me look.
That's such a stupid lie that he said.
I know, that's why I went with it. Just like, no one's gonna fall for it.
Well, I don't know what to do. Both these men claim to. Duncan's like,
He has the Vaird's armor, and this guy literally is the Vaird.
Duncan may have to just get him to take his help off.
Yeah. There's no way out of this.
Slaughter him. Could we just arrest him? No.
This guy's reactions are kind of funny to me. No.
I've never seen one man beat 3 men before.
Castless! You insult the very nature of this proving! Guards! Take
Not even like looking at him.
away!
Yeah.
Hold your man, I pray you. This warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your
I just feel like this is a private conversation, but like everyone's just kind of eavesdropping.
which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This man is no warrior. He is castless, rejected by the ancestors. His very footsteps pollute the stone. He has no place here.
Except as your champion.
Like how he walks away like, I got him there.
Yeah. Did you got that about rogues?
Oh, I wasn't reading. Yeah. Backstab. I know all about it.
Awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me?
I said he was going to call upon the law of Grey Warden the recruiting.
How hard did they hit you anyway?
Right of conscription?
Yeah, that's that.
Never. I don't even know what that is.
As soon as everyone saw
You
your
don't?
face, Brad,
No, I'm kidding.
the place
Of course I
went
do.
mad. Shut all the doors.
Why don't you tell me and the viewers right now?
One of the guards
It'll come up, don't you worry.
figured we must be working together. They burned 3 candles to the stump interrogating me about who put us up to this. I think they knew, you know, about Barat.
What did they do to you, Amos? Oh, nothing.
Yeah. Beat the hell out of me. Like, oh, I don't know. I just slept once they
I checked.
grabbed
The
me.
cell is built straight
I
into
feel
the
fine
cave
though.
wall. That door's the only way out, and they confiscated my lockpicks. What's it look like on your side? You see any way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that.
In the cell for years, did you realize the door was like unlocked the whole time?
Words, Duster. They might be the last ones you'll get.
That's Jarvia, you moron. Don't dig us in deeper by insulting Barat's top lieutenant.
You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you.
Barat's the
That's
the
right.
leader of the gang.
You've never had
Yeah,
the
he was the
privilege
guy
of
that
being down
made
here.
us do
You're
the
in
poisoning
one
and all
of
that.
the cells in
Yeah, I
Barat's
feel
estate.
if I lost
It
some
moved it
100
into the
sovereign, I
ruins
would
of
not
Old
want
Orzammar. Plenty of
to get
room
out
to
of
store gold and
prison.
lyrium. And nice
Yeah.
thick walls so no one
Like, especially if she was offering help. I'm like, no. Feel safer in here.
You
Yeah.
got every guardsman at that proving thinking if he takes your head off, the
But this is
ancestors will
Barat's
bless
own
him forever.
personal
But
prison.
they know whose hand
Yeah.
holds the whip. When Barat claimed you, they knew who's going to get to watch your last breath.
Why does he guys take sovereignty over these guys instead of like the?
You risked exposing him before the
government.
entire warrior caste.
He's got money.
Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together, boys.
Like,
Okay.
comedy troupe look at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's my favorite character of the game. This guardsman here.
Oh, level up. It's very clear.
Oh yeah.
There's. Never mind.
What's that?
Well, I guess you don't get to choose at every level up, but so I guess these are talents, and there's another one called abilities.
Yeah. Abilities
guess
every
not-
2 levels, I think.
Leave off with your
Yeah, I was
noise.
gonna say let me see some of them, but like, oh yeah, I guess it's not live.
Yeah. I gave you that option and you said no.
I just think it'd be easier because then there'd be a delay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to talk to you. Mistress Jarvius, she said wait here till the boss gets
Who
back.
would employ this guy for anything?
He's so good.
When that happened to my sister, healer said it was the plague. Said if it wasn't treated right away, everyone would see.
Oh, it's not the plague.
Die. I don't want to die.
Aren't you gonna help him?
I'll come in there and take a look.
This is the only guy job's able to outsmart.
Now, hold still.
I can imagine he actually does help him, and Amos like thanks him after, and he just leaves.
I know. I was hoping I would have a different option, but all I can do is punch this man to death.
Yeah.
But I like to think he didn't die. He just took
No.
3 punches to the face.
No, you just knocked him out.
Yeah.
Well, time to get out of here.
I know. Like I unlocked the door, so I was like, ah.
Hey, let me out of here! Don't leave me!
Yeah, he seemed a bit annoyed by that.
Yeah.
If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
So quickly gotta equip ourselves for the road ahead.
And notice when you equip something, it decreases your inventory load. Which I think is stupid.
Yeah.
Unless I'm misreading.
No, you're right. Like, our inventory load is just like our backpack size, so I guess if it's harness, it's not part of the backpack. I don't know.
This is too heavy. Have you tried wearing it?
Yeah. I can't fit this shield in my backpack. Just put it on your back.
Whoa.
To the right is a path, but it's just a dead end, so...
Lovely.
Yeah. Just in
Thank you
case
for
you were
that.
worried that I missed something.
Delighted.
No. I prefer like a quicker playthrough.
What's that?
I prefer like a quicker playthrough than being as thorough as possible.
Yeah. In general, I'll be skipping most battles, but at the earlier levels, they're pretty quick, so I'll keep them in for now. While these animations are still fresh.
I feel Amos has no idea what the shield is for. The giant plate, in case he gets food.
All right.
There we go. One battle down.
Delighted.
I'm also going to try to keep our inventory time as minimum as possible. Like, at the start of each episode, I'll kind of like re-equip myself with better stuff, but otherwise I'm just going to pick up and go.
All the noise and bother.
Good thinking.
And so I shall.
When do you think you'll get Shale?
I don't know. Do you have a specific time you'd like me to get them?
I like to get Shale as quick as possible. I like how you use the pronoun them for Shale.
Like, I think they're a female, but I don't remember.
That's the fun in not knowing, huh?
Yeah. Well, I feel like they specifically say what gender they were.
They do.
Yeah. But when in doubt, keep it neutral.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I do that a lot, like just in dealing with people. Like if there's a customer, even though they are clearly female or represent as a woman, I still just say them. And I just feel like, obviously as a butcher, none of my coworkers give a shit at all, but I just think of it, how progressive.
Actually, yeah, a lot of students I do work with, when they do have different pronouns than a he, she, or he, him, or she, her.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, it's always like they, them. It seems to be like a favorite.
Yeah.
So when like people ask my pronouns, as soon as ask me mine, I say he, him, or they, them.
Yeah.
Like they always just they and them. They just always make sense to me. I don't care if someone calls me a them or they.
Just call me it.
I was thinking that as adding my fifth, but I'm like, it just sounds like I'm taking things too far. I'm not taking it seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, we had that at work. Where we like
Precise strike. Oh, are you doing precise strike on him?
No, I think he's doing it for me. I haven't unlocked that advanced ability yet.
I don't think Amos will ever.
Yeah, it's actually going to be the next one I unlock just because it gets me taunt at the next level.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Can't imagine any bludgeoning weapon having a precise strike.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you swapping him for?
Lesky's got lockpick, whereas Amos is not, so some locked treasures I'll have to use Lesky for.
Can you bash treasure chests in this game?
No.
Or doors?
There's a mod to do that, but I was like, the games didn't want it that way, so I'm not going to add it.
I'm cutting the whore free. If that turncoat brother of hers doesn't know his place, I don't need pressure.
But I already know there's going to be a moment coming up where I can't unlock something. I'll never know what it was.
Well, you always need to have one rogue in your party.
If you want her, boys.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, tastes as good as
I've already decided I'm just going to use like a randomizer to pick my party in the future when I have like more than 3 companions. And I'm like,
I can see that working out terribly for you.
I know, but I'm just like, it creates a little more diversity, and just in terms of like conversation.
Yeah, unless the randomizer is really bad.
Yeah, like I could see plenty where it's just like 4 warriors.
Why'd you even recruit us if you're not gonna take mages and rogues? No, can't say you didn't get what's coming though.
Yeah.
We're done with you, and you just charged in,
Let that slap.
Hey, I don't remember that animation.
Yeah, it's a default one now. It's always
We're
weird to
standing
me.
here. Hail to the Sodding King!
I don't know much about programming, but always meant they just, create these body expressions, and then they just reuse them multiple times.
Yeah, actually, there's one more mod I forgot that was like, apparently there's a lot of bugged stuff with Morgan, like in the original game, so it just got kind of cut out.
Yeah.
And so one of the mods is like re-adding it all in without the bugs. And they say there's one scene where like Morgan will slap you if you'd romanced her kind of thing. And I'm like, oh. Not that I think I'll romance Morgan in this game, but it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that's where that animation came from. And they're just like, well, we got to put it somewhere since the actual animation is bugged.
Yeah. I like how the developer's like, well, let's just not add it because there's bugs. Why don't we fix the bugs?
Yeah.
No,
well,
it's
should
impossible.
we at least like just work on a patch and eventually add it in? Yeah. This frustrates me here. This treasure chest is locked, and it says insufficient skill. But I'm like, well, there's no way you're level 2 by now already. So, like, it just would have been impossible to get. I feel.
Yeah. Just to give you a taste of what you're missing out on.
Yeah. Don't think you can just keep it at level 1 all game.
Yep.
But I might be forgetting, and maybe we come back here and maybe it'll be unlockable in 30 hours from now.
You do come back here, so.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if it's exact.
Yeah, definitely through these caves, but I don't know if it's that specific.
There they are. Seize the fugitive.
Just walked out into the open.
Yeah. Quick, open the door again.
Yeah.
And walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist.
Hello.
So angry.
You do not speak until the Shapers have judged you.
That's the line that we had
One
glitched
moment, my
earlier.
friend. Did you not suggest this Barat might have arranged their greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar? Qualified to join.
You do not speak until the Shapers have judged.
Convenient escape?
Regardless, the penalty for impersonating a higher caste is death.
If Barat is as influential as you say, perhaps he also masterminded this Everd's impersonation.
That's a stupid joke, number one.
He's dead.
I didn't even read it. What was it?
Had many enemies, but also
He
powerful
was suffering
allies.
from a bad case of dead.
Oh yeah.
If he hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated his
He calls that courage, and I'm like, I
We
don't
Grey
think
Wardens
murdering
travel
a man
far
is
and
courageous
wide
at
in
all.
search of those
He
with
once
the
again
potential
demonstrated
to
his
join our
brutality.
Yeah, it's like
It seems I
he's
have
definitely a
found
valuable killer, which is what I need.
Yeah.
But whether he's courageous or not, I don't know.
that I have found what I sought in Orzammar. Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This man is a criminal. You can't do this.
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people, but it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the
Yeah, go take his offer, son.
Stay here and let me execute you.
Is a dangerous life. I can promise you no guarantee of safety. I can also give you nothing in return for these hazards. In joining me, you leave all you know behind.
Can I visit? Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
You'll be
And before these witnesses,
you'll be kind
I
of
hereby
managing yourself.
recruit you into
So
the
yeah.
Grey Wardens. Know that you are most welcome.
This is highly irregular. The warrior families will be most upset.
I don't like his beard going through his armor.
Yeah, there's a lot of clipping, which kind of bugs me. Like, I can kind of get it when it's with your own character, but like
King of Ferelden, and quickly.
base characters,
You
they
have
should
any
have
goodbyes
this
to say?
figured out.
Then do so, and return
Well,
to
what's
me
gonna
as soon as you can.
happen to your friend?
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely just gonna get killed as soon as I leave.
Yeah.
So I'm almost done, but I will be ending it before the start of the or the end of the next cutscene, so that's why I'm
You don't
saving.
watch out, Selraka, you'll end up a paragon, and then I'll never hear the end of it.
I'm not a paragon.
I don't have 6 sides. That's a hexagon, John.
There's nothing to miss here. Now get out of here before the warden realizes what you're like without all that armor.
I can find my sister first. There she is.
I can't believe you're really leaving. And as a Grey Warden. When Sir Duncan said he wanted to recruit you, I almost fell over. When I heard you were arrested, I rushed to the arena. But by then you were gone, and Sir Duncan was telling everyone they had to find you.
I killed your husband.
You may not need it for much longer.
No job, that wasn't my husband, that was my pimp. What's the
If everything
difference?
works out, maybe I can even
Yeah,
get
just
Is that
good
is
luck,
that his
brother.
name?
Yes. He calls me his Amber Rose. Isn't that sweet? He has a voice like a poet. He has already promised to move Mother and me into better lodging, where he can find me more quickly when he wants me.
That seems very like possessive.
Yeah, but
I am.
I feel like it's still
Truly.
a nice
Yeah.
upgrade.
I could never make a life fighting Darkspawn. But if I can bear a son who makes his house proud, that's all I can ask. Go, little brother.
Like, I'm pretty sure
Better place.
she doesn't even get pregnant within this game story or ever. But I'm like, I would have liked to see like the little baby
I'm glad
nephew
you were able
or
to
niece.
speak once more with those who care.
Well, definitely nephew.
Now we must be off to Ostagar.
For her own
Ready to
sake.
go?
Yeah.
Eager to leave.
He says
are we?
eager to leave. I'm like, there's
So be
nothing
it.
I can do.
Before we brave the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace.
Yeah, like
since
for all
it is
he
so
knows, you
few
could have like
possessions of the
left for like a
It
few
was once
hours,
wielded
like
by the
salting
warden
them.
Forel Idukan. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue his proud example. Goodbye, my friends, and thank
That's
you
how
for
like
your
calm
hospitality.
Duncan is.
Yeah, he seems like a great man, but I kind of feel like he's just a nobody. Like, no one cares about the Grey Wardens before this blight, so he just spent his whole life being irrelevant in the general world.
Yeah. He's being a hero and doesn't ask for anything else in return.
Yeah. Anyways, that's that. for episode 1.